Style trees and
Already! Ladies and gentlemen.
I like to smoke early, check out how I do it. Blowing on the toilet in the bathroom, boo-booing. I'm high and feeling like while I wash my hands, I got a blunt hanging off my lip like an old granddad. Starting my teapot, my day's begun. I'm about to jump in the gym just to bust it down. Rolling up another one to ease my pain. Spumoni Kush hitting hard enough to dent your frame. Strolling through the garden in the midday mission. I wanna smoke this one and that one and oh yeah, this one. Smells got my nose hairs gigging today. Smoke fire out the front to leave and the whole thing is gone.
You know that I know that you know that I like to smoke. You know that I know that you know that I like to smoke. You know that I know that you know that I like to smoke. Yes, you know that I know that you know that I like to smoke. I like to smoke. I like to smoke. When we pull up in your town, get to burning it down. High grade sound, mendo dope. Yeah, I like to smoke. I love it. I like to smoke. When we pull up in your town, get to burning it down. High grade sound, mendo dope. When I wake up in the morning, I roll one. When I hit the studio, I roll one. When I walk into my garden, I roll one. Pull out the world's biggest backwood for the home run. Tonight we getting lit. Cannagar from Bud Smith. Temple ball of hash, Frenchy cannoli twist. Miss me with that other, your strain is looking hopeless. Green shock, we got that royal dopeness. Cannabis mixing up my doja. Terpenes, flavor and aroma. It's Croptober and I'm swimming in weed. I want the stickiest green and hella lemonine. Orange turpentine, I certainly will keep it in my personal stash. A 3rd degree burn. Pulling out the fire, I'ma break it down, roll it up, spark it with the lighter, I burn. Fresh jars I refill. Every day is like a smoke box with Be Real. Mendo dope band burning it down. So put your hands to the sky for the high grade sound and say, I like to smoke. I like to smoke. When we pull up in your town, get to burning it down. High grade sound, mendo dope. You know that I know that you know that I like to smoke. You know that I know that you know that I like to smoke. You know that I know that you know that I like to smoke. Yes, you know that I know that you know that I like to smoke. I like to smoke.
You know that I like to smoke. What's up, everybody? Good morning. It's another Tuesday. Another Top Shelf Tuesday with AOD.
A windy one at that.
Windy one. I'm dabbing in with some white truffle here.
Oh, nice. What am I got? I got some fritter mint.
Fritter mint.
Mm-hmm.
Woo!
I got some OG blend.
OG blend.
Always one of the best.
Oh, man.
I mean, maybe not one of the best, but always a great go-to in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
OG blend is always a favorite because you get several different terpene profiles all
That's what I
locked
like
in
about
one.
it.
Man, it just, if you hit the right blend, man, I'm gonna tell you what. Little yabba dabba doo.
Chad's-
A little dabba doo ya.
Chad's smoking on some banana OG.
Banana OG. I used to have that cut.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I wish I had some of that new one. you just
I had
list off.
banana OG and I crossed it with
Thank you, sir.
green apple
Ooh.
and called it
Apples and bananas?
sour monkey.
Oh, sour monkey? Okay.
That's what I called it, sour monkey. Unfortunately, the dipshit that was helping me in my grow at the time mislabeled the plants when I
Oh, man.
took clones, and I lost that cut.
Oh, that sucks.
So, but oh well, is what it is. So what's going on, everybody? How's your Tuesdays going? What are you smoking? What are you?
Or dabbing?
Yeah, what are you dabbing in with us or smoking? We don't care if you smoke or dab it. Some people smoke, some people dab. I like
Or-
to do both.
Some people vape.
Some people vape. Damn, excuse me.
Peanut butter breath.
But I'm probably not going to smoke as much today because,
Breaths are always good.
man, I got so stoned last week.
Or
Oh,
nobody. Hey, be watching there, nobody.
Nobody's here.
Oh, man. A dab will do you. That's for damn sure.
Candace.
What's
out there? What's up, Steve-O? Jeff, I haven't got it out of the box yet, but I'm going to hang your gift to us back up here. We're going to redo this, turn it back to a weed set.
Cherry Kool-Aid.
At least some.
London pound cake.
So look forward to that, Jeff.
Yeah.
I love that little thing, man.
Oh yeah, it's fucking. It looks cool up on, especially on the
Imagine you're
camera.
doing shrooms, dude.
Right.
You look at, not that I do anything illegal like that, but
No, of course not.
if you're doing shrooms, man, and you're sitting out there watching it, it just kind of
Oh yeah.
floats and sparkles and glows.
Then it gets to the breathing in there
Peach
with it.
truffles, Granddaddy Perp. No, that's a nice one, Mike. Granddaddy Perp
Oh,
times
yeah.
train wreck. Yeah, it's moving kind of fast. Part of the
Duck
peach
it
truffles.
work.
You say
Wants us
type
to send
train
some
wreck?
smoke signals.
Yeah, Granddaddy Perp times train wreck. Two old school varieties that come together.
I've never had them together. That sounds
Yeah.
interesting.
And
Man,
on the blend. So yeah, man, it's a great day outside, man. We're loving it out there, but
my
we're here
boss would
today.
say it's a great day to have a great day.
It's a great day to have a great day. So, got my Sugar High shirt on. Where's Andy at? You out there, brother? So, yeah, I got my Sugar High shirt on. I couldn't, he never, all he has is 3 eggs.
Oh, does he?
So, I couldn't wear it.
Right.
I
Doesn't have a
was
tall.
a fat ass. I couldn't wear it. So, I lost, what I lose over the last couple years since,
what?
I lost like 35
I'd
pounds.
say 30, 40.
And that's on top of the other 40 pounds I lost before I started, just by changing my food.
Yeah,
So anyway, now I can wear the shirt, the long story short. So now I got my Sugar High shirt on. And Sugar High, I'm going to shout him out. He's a sponsor of our grow this week, so he's our weekly sponsor. If you have a business that's cannabis related, or even if it's not cannabis related, and you got a really cool business that's like natural herbs, health and wellness, anything like that, biohacking, any shit like that at all, man. Anything that is meant to enhance and improve the lives of people, hit us up, man. We'd love to make you the sponsor of our weekly giveaways and throw some of your stuff out to our viewers. So yeah, hit us up and we'll get you. But right now, Sugar High came through. We got some slaps. We got a shirt. Well, you can see the shirt. It's just a black T-shirt. It's the same as this one. Got the Sugar High logo on it. This real cool snapback flat bill, nice and white, pretty.
Sugar from Sugar High.
Some monk fruit sweetener.
Yep. Nanners.
And that's his signature Sugar High monk fruit sweetener for your coffee, your
That's
tea,
pretty good.
whatever. Stuff will dissolve away. And
So these aren't the sugar though. These are the sugar rocks and nanners. So they're a little bit.
okay, so those are like the
okay.
sweet tarts.
Yeah.
So he threw us a bunch of shit.
Yeah, he did.
Okay,
One of
so
those.
so yeah, so y'all are gonna get some of these, and
Thank you.
well, one person's gonna win this this package.
Yep.
The hat, the shirt,
The
some
whole
slaps,
the whole shebang.
some
That's
some Sugar High candy,
That's
all
awesome.
that stuff. So yeah, one of you guys gonna win that? Let me
Oh wow, he's
Yeah.
even got the
old
nutrient
dab.
facts on there.
Mhm.
He's got
I was
he's
looking
Yeah,
at
counting
that.
on this.
He's legit, man. He's legit. And I think
7
I didn't
grams of
ask, but I
sugar.
think there's I think you can get his products down at KC Kush,
Oh nice.
where he's holding his Christmas party down at KC Kush on I think Southwest Boulevard, isn't it?
I believe
So
so.
we'll be there, or at least we plan on being there. So we'll definitely be giving out some good shit. Have some dabs there for everybody to come
Yeah.
by. That's a Christmas party, So, but we got some really cool things to talk about today, about some things going on in the community, stuff like that. So, but yeah, yabba dabba do, man. Hope everybody's having a kick-ass week. What's up, Brian? Excuse me while I hit this sky. Okay, so he said that, and what's funny is that for years, I thought that song said, "Excuse me while I kiss this guy," right? And I'm like, why is Jimi Hendrix talking about kissing some dude? He must be really tripping. And then, of course, as I got older, I realized it's cute. Excuse me while I kiss the sky. So anyway, so we got our judge boxes in.
Oh yeah.
We got some interesting stuff we're finding with these judge boxes. we got our judge boxes in for the Missouri Craft Growers Cup. And then I've got my little scope here because that's important because we scope all the samples for pathogens and parasites and contaminants,
Absolutely.
things like that before we
Right.
test it.
I don't want to smoke that shit.
So yeah, you don't want to smoke pathogens,
No.
contaminants,
I'd prefer not to.
mold and mildew and shit. You don't want that.
My days of brickweed are over. Long gone.
I don't even know if that shit can live on brickweed, dude. So,
But
but yeah, so we're gonna be talking about the craft growers, and we're actually gonna be sampling some of that. And I probably that's why I did such a small dab because I don't want to get like crazy buzz because I think we're all gonna take a sample of this. So I know we're gonna look at some under the microscope, but there's a lot of stuff going on today
Oh yeah.
out there, and the big hype right now is this THCA.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about what is THCA. Everybody's like, what is it? Oh, that's that THCA shit. I don't buy that. That's fake weed and all that. So we're going to clear up a few misconceptions about THCA. We're going to hopefully bring some knowledge and understanding to you guys if you don't already know the down low on the THCA, and hopefully educate you guys a little bit on that, and then talk about some other stuff, whatever we talk about. I don't even know what it is we talk about on this motherfucker. We just get on here and talk.
it's wherever it goes.
It's weed. That's it, pretty much.
We
Got Jeremy in the gym.
Yeah.
Second day today.
2 days now.
Second day today.
And you're still walking, huh?
We
I've
ain't
got
got
my
leg
ass
Oh,
whooped,
okay,
bro.
okay. Leg
I've
days.
barely done anything, and I've already got my ass kicked at the gym. But it feels good.
I'm starting,
just wait.
starting slow.
Just wait till leg day, man. Leg day is fine. It's the day after leg day. It's always
Yeah.
rough.
I'm gonna get me a shirt that says I live like an old man. Try to keep up. It's all the juice. Anyway, so yeah, man, lots been going on me. Anything been going on with you, Zach?
Just working, protecting
Working.
families.
Yeah, providing meals and stuff, right?
Yep.
For your kids, Jeremy.
Working, spending a lot of time out in the country with
Lot.
nature.
Can't beat that for sure. So yeah, so here we are. We're all stoned now.
Yeah. Oh, and he said the key word there, being out in nature. I took the dog for a hike this weekend. It's beautiful to be outside right now.
Is that when you almost mauled the bikers?
Yeah. Yep. He almost attacked. Yeah. First time
He's
he ever.
proud of that shit. Look at his face.
Yeah.
He's like, he almost attacked some bikers.
Well, compared to what he did last
bikers.
time. No, they were on bicycles. We were at a mountain bike park, and he had never seen someone on a bicycle before, and they came up out of the woods, and he went nuts for a second until he realized they were people, and then he calmed down. But yeah,
So is his eyesight bad?
I don't know. I mean, yeah, he is something else. I've never had a mastiff before. They're a little bit different temperament than I'm used to.
Most mastiffs I know are lazy,
Oh, he's
laid back.
He's got American Bulldog. He's American Bulldog Mastiff mix. So he's got the energy of the Bulldog, the American Bulldog.
We're talking about American Bulldog, not
Right.
American Pit Bull Terrier.
No, American
Which
Bulldog.
American Bulldog has about a third the energy of American Pit Bull Terrier.
Right. But compared to a Mastiff,
Yeah.
they got a lot more energy.
Yeah.
So he's lazy, but he has no problem doing 3-4 mile hikes.
I think if you really dig deep on the American Bulldog, I think you'll find out that he's considered to be a mastiff.
Oh yeah, yeah,
So anyway, yeah, he's a pretty dog. He
Yeah.
looks like an old English mastiff.
yeah.
But yeah, he's a big boy.
He is 120 pounds.
Get him out, and we used to take our dogs out when I was working with Rottweilers. We used to take those dogs out, and we used to put them on a downstay.
Okay.
And of course, they have to have some sort of obedience training.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You have a dog like that, you should have obedience.
Oh yeah. That's what I was saying earlier. I need to do
And
it.
we would drive the bicycles by them, have people ring the doorbell,
Oh, yeah.
shing, 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 and anything we could to disturb the dog while the bike was riding by him, to get him used
Used to the bikes.
socialize with the bikes. Even have people like reach out their feet like they were going to kick them, but not really kick them, but like
Right.
reach out and shake their feet in front of them and stuff.
Okay.
to try to trigger the dog while the dog was obviously on a leash.
Right.
And we'd get the dogs used to it, man. You know, if you're going to have a dog like that, you really need to have it used. The Portuguese Mastiff came from the Canary Islands. You know what else came from the Canary Islands?
Canaries?
The Presa Canario.
Oh, okay.
The Presa Canario is one of my favorite breeds of dogs.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was. We were actually looking at possibly when we got Diesel, we were looking at a Presa Canario, but I was like, you know, I'll admit I've only had good dogs, so like Diesel's been the hardest dog I've ever had, and I'm like, you know, I'm glad I didn't get one because, you know, I'm even thinking some formal training, you know, going to get some formal training for Diesel, just because I've never had a dog. All my dogs have all been right on my side.
Don't go to fucking Petco though.
Oh no! Right.
Go to.
Do not do it.
A trainer at Petco.
It's like going to AutoZone.
But it is
for
what
a
it
mechanic.
is. So that's where people get their start training dogs. And really, I would find a private kennel.
Oh yeah.
And get in some of their dog training. But I highly recommend it. And a
Yeah.
Presa Canario, I don't think anybody that's not a seasoned dog owner should have a Presa Canario. And I really think you should probably be a seasoned, tenacious dog owner.
Oh yeah.
You should be very familiar and capable of handling tenacious dog breeds.
Right.
I can be a real asshole when it comes to people who have dogs that they shouldn't own and they don't. If I'm walking down the trail and there's a dog on a leash, some, you know, a little dude or a little chick holding it, and the dog's at the end of the leash and it's a freaking 90-pound dog, and they're like, all they can do to hold the dog and it's dragging them. I'm like, and you know, it's like, you know, here's the thing. If that dog got a notion and saw something and literally wanted to go after it, that person holding that dog back, if that dog's already dragging them and they're just on a walk,
right,
there's no way that person's going to hold that dog back if it wants to go.
Oh yeah.
Dogs are very strong. They're low to the ground and they can dig in and go.
Oh yeah, especially when you get into the Mastiff families and shit. When you're talking 100+ pound dog.
Oh yeah.
That a 200-pound man on 2 feet. That 100-pound dog. If you're not paying attention, that dog will pull you to the ground. Diesel's almost done it when we first started going on hikes.
I bet my 80-pound dog Odin would probably have pulled you to the ground quicker than.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying
some breeds
that.
of dogs are stronger pound for pound.
Oh yeah, for sure,
dude.
So yeah. Anyway,
I say your dog is big.
Yeah.
That dude tried to jump up on me once.
Yeah.
As soon as I was out of the corner,
you have to be physically capable of control.
But amazing dog.
Diesel's
awesome.
And I'm gonna just say this, you know, if you're not planning on breeding a dog, and you're not, especially pit bulls, listen to me, because they're so over. I read that, said been drugged by their dog and broke bones. I thought for a minute it read drugged by their dogs. I'm like, wow, their dogs are like throwing them, you know, DMT and shit.
Right.
Date rape the fucking drug their dog. Anyway, no, so I'm going to recommend, if you're not like going to breed the dog and it's not imperative that you have papers and a purebred dog, go to KC Pet Project if you're in Kansas City. Go to your local shelter. Rescue a dog, because there's enough dogs out there already. Don't promote the random breeding of dogs. Nothing pisses me off more than to see an ad on Facebook. Oh, our dog got pregnant by the neighbor dog. We got puppies for sale, $50. It's like,
now I'll admit,
couldn't you get your dog fixed?
I love that accent.
Couldn't you? What?
The one you just did. I may be too high, but that cracked that shit up, dude.
Oh my God. Anyway, be responsible pet owner.
Yes.
And adopt when you can. Jeremiah Spencer, tagging people in it. Nice. Good job, Joe. Everybody tag like Joe tags.
Right.
So, anyway, what are we going to talk about first, guys? What are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about what?
I know you're planning on talking about that THCA, and then we had a couple of events to talk about.
Yeah, let's talk about some events. So we got Sugar High's event coming up.
Yeah, I got a little video for that.
Yeah, we got Sugar High's Christmas party coming up. You guys aren't going to want to miss this. It's going to be downtown at KC Kush on Southwest Boulevard. And we got a video.
Here it is.
Without sunlight, neither a tree nor any green plant could grow.
How's it grow?
7.
Yep.
And you know the booth space, the main booth space for 600, and I think there's another one below it for 3 if you want to get a booth out there and vent.
Yeah.
You know, and I know there's going to be people, oh, God, that's expensive. Look, man, it's his party. He can set the prices where he wants them.
Yep.
If you think it's too expensive, hit him up. See if you can negotiate with him a little bit. He might be willing to work with you on that. So, but $300 and $600 for an event is not overly expensive for your average event. So, you know, get out there if you want to be a vendor, become a vendor. We're sponsoring the event. We should be out there unless something keeps us from going. So yeah, it ought to be a pretty fun time. And I know this. I know most of the night, he's going to be having shit thrown from the stage.
That'll be pretty cool.
Like pre-rolls, probably all kinds of sugar high stuff.
Can of goodies.
If you're a sponsor or whatever, anything, you know, they're going to just be throwing a whole bunch of, can of goodies, swag, all kinds of stuff out all night long. That's what he said. He said, this is to give back to the community. We're going to throw seeds, going to throw, you know, all kinds of stuff all night long, you know. So that ought to be a good time, you know. So you'd be able to, when you come there, I think it's $20 to get in at the door. And when you come there, you're going to, if you don't leave with more than $20 worth of shit you got thrown to you, then you weren't even trying. So
Right.
you were probably sitting over at our dab bar.
And smoking well over $20 worth of dabs.
dabbing rosin. So, so we got that. What else we got coming
So
up?
you brought these up.
What other events we got coming up?
Right, that's where I was going.
The Craft Grower Cup.
Craft grower, the Common Fairground.
Common Ground Fair.
Yeah, Common Ground Fair.
Okay, this is out in Columbia. This is on November 17th. That's coming up, man.
Yeah. So
That's
2
this
weeks?
week, 2 weeks.
3 weeks?
Yeah, something like that. So, when is that?
So 17th. So that is
3 weeks.
3. Yep, three and a half weeks.
Just over 3 weeks. Get out there. It's a Craft Growers Cup, the first Missouri Craft Growers Cup, and we want to support that for sure. You can see we're a sponsor of that. You know, you've got Kindway Cropaholics. It looks like it's sponsoring all the keynote speakers. Grow Depot is, you know, going to have their stuff out there. There's going to be a lot of stuff out there. So if you're in Columbia or you want a day trip, you know, head out there and take part of this event. It ought to be a blast. And we're going to judge, and that's what we're going to be talking about this.
We were wrong on the date. It's
November 9th.
Jeff called it out. Yes, it's the 9th. So it is
My bad.
2 weeks. Yep, it's right here. So
2 weeks.
2 weeks from this
November
Saturday.
9th. And, you know, we may have a booth out there, but I'm not sure if we're going to make that one or not. Just not sure. It's coming very fast, and you know, we didn't have plans to be out there initially. So
Right.
we will see.
And then to wrap the year up, we have
Clay from Evolution is a cool cat, man. Why are we talking about Clay, Chad? Is Evolution the sponsor or whatever?
I possibly have.
Maybe. Okay. Yeah, man. We all know Clay. Clay went underground, man.
Did he?
Yeah.
I was gonna say
I've seen
kinda
Clay
have
in a
been too.
long time. I talked to him not too long ago, but yeah, man, he said, "Fucking, I'm out."
right.
He's so busy with the magazine and
Oh yeah.
doing all that stuff. So yeah, but Clay's a cool guy. He's a decent guy.
Right.
I must say, he's a pretty decent guy. I must say.
And then-
Does anybody know who Ed Grimley is?
Who?
Ed Grimley.
Ed Grimley.
Ed Grimley.
Do you guys know who Ed Grimley is?
No.
First person to put where Ed Grimley's from on the comments down there, gets a pre-roll. And first person, where is Ed Grimley from? I must say he's a really decent guy. I must say. Anyway, so yeah, all you
So
gotta do is Google it. You'll find it.
right.
Ed Grimley.
Well, we are on a
And
delay.
who plays Ed Grimley? Who's the character? Who's the guy that plays the character Ed Grimley? And what show is Ed Grimley from? We got that. Elijah has got Saturday Night Live. No, nobody. It's not you. You did not play Ed Grimley. Who played him now, Elijah? Come on, you can do it. You can do it. I know you can, brother. I know you can.
Toronto,
Come on.
Columbia.
You got it, brother. Martin Short
Short.
played Ed Grimley on Saturday Night Live. He was obsessed with Pat Sajak.
Right.
So
And
hook
just-
that man up with a pre-roll.
Just
Swing
so
by
everybody
later, bro.
knows, that was our first ever YouTube winner.
Nice.
Yes.
First ever
I figured
YouTube
out a way
win.
for YouTubers to win.
Yeah.
Good job, Elijah.
Right on, man. I'm glad that happened.
Yes.
All
it
right,
did.
so we got a winner. Elijah Wilson. We'll get that pre-roll. Figured out how to get that to you.
He's gonna meet
I
up
think
with
last
me later.
Huh?
That's Rachel's cousin.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
okay.
he'll meet up with
Yeah,
me
so-
later. I got him.
All right. He's our prize guy. So let me reiterate this very strongly. If you win a prize, don't message me, because all I'm going to do is say message the page. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to say I wish I could help you. I might say I wish I could help you, but I probably am just going to say, hey, bro, you need to message the page,
Right.
and then homie will get your message, and we'll
Yep.
get you taken care of. Cool, groovy, awesome. So we got the Craft Growers Cup.
Then
We got some other stuff going on. What's
we
up?
have a New Year's party.
Oh, you know what? Throw that up there. We're going to talk about this. It's a little early to talk about this, but this 2025 New Year's Bash, that's going down, and that's put on by the Tree Room, KC. And I'm sure most of you know who the Tree Room guys are, who that crew is. And we actually just had a meet with them here. We're going to do the dab bar at this event and some other stuff. We're going to have some giveaways, and yeah, we're definitely going to be doing the dab bar at this event. And it's going to be kind of different than other events. Not going to have a bunch of vendors there selling stuff. This is literally a New Year's party, okay? And these guys they started in a little small venue over in on Westport. Was it Westport Road, Southwest Boulevard, down there by Q39. You know where Q39
I believe
is.
it's right around there.
They were down there, and then they went. They're now buying this building over there in the Crossroads. Okay, and so I guess it's going to be a really cool event space. They're doing events now. These guys do events every few weeks. They've got an event coming up. Is it this Friday or next Friday?
Next Friday. First Friday.
The first Friday of the month, they're going to have an event there. So we may cruise through there. We're not going to be doing anything there, but we might cruise through there. But yeah, they're doing some good work, man. You know, they're doing exactly what we expressed that we have a passion for. They're providing a platform for the small grassroots cannabis community to be able to come in and to be able to market their products and stuff in a safe environment, and sell their t-shirts and sell their cups and sell their jewelry and anything else that they're selling, in a nice, mellow, cool environment. It doesn't cost them a whole lot to get involved with that. So, they're not like making a ton of money. They're paying their bills, and they are providing a space for the grassroots community to do their thing. That's the best way to describe it. They're providing the grassroots community with a place to do their thing at.
Yep.
And I love that, man. So we're going to try to work with them as much as we can. Get down there this first Friday. Get down to the Tree Room. We'll be throwing some stuff up on the page. So if you're watching our page, you'll be able to keep up with when they are having their events. And again, we're going to be at least doing the dab bars at the New Year's Eve party. So you can come and try some of our rosin and get a little taste of that. Maybe even take some home with you. You never know. That's going to be
Some
cool.
other possible stuff in the works that are going to be pretty cool. Got to stay tuned for it though.
We do.
All I'm
I
saying
don't
for
know.
that, we're talking about some stuff. Just stay tuned. There's gonna be a lot of cool stuff coming out.
Talking about. So it's in talking. So yeah. So I think I'm
Well,
gonna fire up.
That's the first stage. There is talking.
So the Missouri Craft Growers Cup. They did a good job putting this together.
They
Nice boxes. Really nice boxes.
They even included these Not pretty nice magnifying glasses with little lights.
Yep. So nice boxes. They've got all the sponsors on there. That's pretty cool. They've done a solid, and each sample is in a amber jar, which is good. All numbered, and they're sealed. See, they're sealed. That's great. They seal them, vacuum sealed. So you have nothing's labeled. We don't know what varieties they are or anything. And they have a QR code to go to fill out the judge's form. And so that's what we're going to be doing.
I like how it's completely sealed up.
Which ones are you guys?
That's kind of cool.
Which ones are you guys testing?
I grabbed 10.
10. Which number did you grab there, V?
I grabbed one.
1.
Yeah, I don't even know what it is. It's number 1.
Yeah.
Number 1 is so fun.
Well,
So we have 20 some samples.
I'm gonna. I guess I'm gonna try a different one. I'm gonna try 9.
9, and you're trying number 1.
Yeah.
1, and I'm trying, because we're supposed to keep track of this. 10. All right. I got 9, 1, and 10.
I smell different terpenes depending on which nostril I smell through. So I close this one. Interesting.
I'm gonna crack my nugget in half and look.
Oh, it's very citrusy and piney at the same time. Citrusy and piney at the same time.
Pine.
We don't have a close-up camera, do we?
No, we don't.
Citrus.
I mean, that's a nice looking bud. I wish we
What
could
I-
hold
what
that
I
up
can
there.
do
Walk
is
that
I-
up.
Don't tear the mic out.
Don't touch my bud.
Trying to get down
Don't
to.
put your fingers on it, bitch. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? We gotta get that money.
Now look.
Now, before I smoke it, I'm going to put it under the scope,
Check it out.
do an analysis. Do an analysis. Interesting.
Very.
How, what's your zoom at?
I don't know. Mine don't tell me.
And get on down on there. So what I'm looking for here is anything funky that might show up, like mold.
Okay, not the good funky.
No, like mold, something like that. It looks good. There are a lot of broken trichome heads. Most of the surface trichome heads are broken off on this. I'm not seeing anything bad. I'm not seeing any mold or anything. However, the trichome heads, when I look at these and I see the trichome heads broken off, I don't really like it too much, but it happens. And, you know, the thing is most of these trichome heads are clear and round like baseballs, and the stalks are fairly thick around the head of the trichome. So what I'm saying about this particular sample is that it's a bit premature on the harvest. A bit premature on the harvest.
Huh.
Yeah. I don't see any mold that I can show you guys. Did you get a picture of that loaded up, Zach?
I did not. But I can.
Jeremy had?
Watch
Go
the mic.
look at your.
Oh yeah. See, all I got's the little one there.
I mean, it looks good. It's got a lot of trichomes on it. It's got a lot of frost. Looks really good. Let me get this out of the way. So,
So
I've got a nice clean bowl.
what smells are you getting off yours over there, Zach?
Let's see. I mean, this definitely smells a little earthy.
Earthy. That's what I'm getting.
Now, if
Earthy.
I really-
Kind of like a sour, earthy.
Yeah, I was gonna say earthy with like almost like a little bit of a lime.
So when I do this, I like to break the bud open and pinch it a little bit to release the terpenes.
So
That smells really good, man. But okay, it smells good, but I didn't smell it when I opened the jar, and that's something I look for when I'm judging or
Yeah.
kind of critiquing cannabis. Is when I open the jar, I kind of want that smell to go whoosh, and I want to smell it from here, and that tells me, a lot about that. So, but this is real nice. This has got a really sweet, citrusy with pine in it, and I'm going to try a little bit of it here. Break a little bit up, put it in a bowl, see what it tastes like. But I'm going to go online and do my critique later. So that's how I'm going to do it.
you're saving some. See, I'm not saving any for later.
Well, I'm just taking a
So
little.
I'm gonna write down.
I'm just taking a little taste of it right now, and then I'm gonna do my critique on it later. I don't think it's fair to do it here, and I don't think it's fair to do it after I've already smoked.
That's fair.
So I'm gonna get up in the morning and I will test every one of these samples on the wake and bake.
See, that's what I've been doing.
Yeah,
I will actually take your advice on that and throw some back in this jar so I can get this fella a fair, accurate.
yes, that's what I
Good
That's
call.
what I wanna
Good
do.
call.
and I
Is that-
smoke my samples out of a bowl, and I usually use my Sherlock, but I don't have that with me today, and
And- Gerard, this isn't THCA. This is homegrown flower. Just regular homegrown flower.
we're going to talk about THCA too, because yes, it is THCA.
Right.
Okay, to a degree.
So I do have that image.
Now we'll worry about that.
Okay. All right.
It's actually got a really nice flavor that's very reminiscent of the odor, the smell, the scent. This is why I use my Sherlock. It's down here, and when I go to light, I don't take a breath with my nose and breathe out.
That's why I like the just a little bit bigger of a pipe.
I'm not breaking my tradition.
Tradition,
Although
tradition,
tradition ain't necessarily a good thing.
tradition.
Yeah, definitely. This one had some, like I said, that lime lemon smell to it. It definitely came through in the terpenes on the smoke.
Alrighty, so we're good. So, yep, we're gonna be judging this, and excuse me, that Mullen's working, man. I've been drinking Mullen once to twice a day, and then Brenda's got me on some kind of deep lung shit
Oh,
that
Oh,
she
yeah.
knows what it is, and I'll
Okay.
tell you what, it's very much helping after years and years of cannabis, and yes, I'm using a glass pipe, Jessica. I know you normally only see me do this or dab, but
dabba-dabba-doo.
I do break protocol once in a while. To those people who come around and know me would know that.
And that was that once. So it's gonna be a while.
Anyway, so yeah, that stuff's really working. I mean, drinking before I go to bed, drinking when I wake up,
Oh, I thought you were
Yeah.
talking about the bowl you just
the
smoked.
Mullen.
Oh,
No. I mean, the bowl's pretty good. I'm gonna take another hit and see what the effect is. Because if a bowl can't get me high, I wanna be.
yeah.
Then I melt a little dab on top of it. That's what I used to do. with all
Oh,
my
yeah.
shit.
Oh,
I
you-
melt a little dab on.
You take the keef first. You sprinkle the keef on, and then you put the big glob of dab on there. And then you get like,
What's the difference?
you get both best of both worlds. You get the keef, you get the flour in the bottom, a little bit of keef, and then rosin on top of that.
It's layered.
Yeah, exactly just like an onion. It's deep.
So you take a subpar product, you put another subpar product on top of it,
Then you put the
and then you
premium.
put the cream of crop on top, and that helps all the subpar product. take it.
Exactly.
That's the way they do it at Starbucks.
Uh,
No, I like a little keef on my bowl. Yeah, that tastes like weed.
yeah.
Yeah, it tastes pretty much just like it smells, actually. So yeah, I'll do mine on that. Send it in. It'll be fun. And I want to just kind of encourage you guys. If you think that you're kind of a connoisseur, so to speak, or you've got a really good palate, you know, and you really can differentiate the different smells, not just the different smell of different bags of weed, but if you can break that open and you go, man, I smell pine. Man, I smell fuel. Man, I smell, you know, kind of a earthy smell out of the same bud, then you're the kind of person I'm talking about. Because you can differentiate the terpenes. And once you learn which terpenes you're smelling, then you'll be like, oh, that's high in beta-caryophyllene.
Yeah.
Oh, man, there's that lineolol. Oh, you know, and there's the pinene, and there's that, you know.
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah,
I'm-
terpene,
I will say
terpentine.
number 9. What doesn't disappoint?
No?
Yeah.
This one's not bad.
Yeah, I'm not getting anything. I'm not getting plowed off of the number 1, but, you know,
Oh, yeah,
it is what it is. I got high tolerance, so when I roll up a joint and smoke it, I'll know. That's how I'm gonna. This is why I get the flavor. I do a glass bowl for the flavor and to get it on my palate because I don't want paper.
The taste of the paper.
Yeah, I don't want to be tasting paper, and because to me the paper will diminish the flavor of the cannabis. So, but when I go to check for potency, I'm gonna smoke a joint. So yeah, we are all on mold. You know what? What's funny is I've heard, but I haven't tried, but I know several people who have, who roll mullein up in their joints and smoke it with their joint.
Huh.
Which, you know.
Someone just said that. You
Yeah,
can
yeah.
smoke
Oh, did
mullet.
they? See, I can't hardly read them all.
They didn't say you could roll it in a joint, but they did
Yeah.
say that you could smoke it.
Yeah, some people roll it in joints. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, so you got that event going on. Get out. Look, man, these are just small guys, man. This guy didn't come in from Washington with a pocket full of money.
Right.
These guys didn't come in from California with a pocket full of money.
Craft.
And they're not like letting industry enter this competition. They're not letting commercial cannabis in this. This is all about the grassroots, craft growers. We're talking, I mean, you know, when I hear craft grower, these guys better step up to the plate. You know what I mean? Because when you're talking about a craft grower, you're talking about somebody who grows cannabis in a manner that they have turned it into an art form. That's why I consider us, that's why we named ourselves the Artisans of Dank, AOD, because I feel, and you know, I speak for myself, I feel like I've been growing a long time and I've poured myself into it, and I feel like I've, you know, turned my skill and my trade into an art form. You know, when people smoke my product, most of them know it comes from me. I've even had people out there, you know, call me and question me, hey man, I got this, is this your product? And I either say yes or no. It's happened to me on a few occasions. A few occasions it was my product, and I explained to them, look, I was making a specific kind of product for a specific reason, and yes, it's not as pretty as everything else, and yes, it doesn't taste quite as great as everything else, but it'll knock you on your ass, and it'll put you it'll put your pain into remission. It'll help, you know, because, you know, I'm going for potency and hard medicine. And then there's the delectable stuff, you know.
Oh yeah.
There's the delectable stuff.
That loud
And,
pack.
you know, so, and then sometimes I have to say, no, there's some jackass out there that's trying to sell shit under my name. Okay. that's not mine, you know.
Right.
And yeah, so that shit happens. So most people can tell when they're getting my product, unless I've made a product that's not usual, because of the way I grow it and the way I do my things. I've invested the time, I've invested the money, and I've invested the research to get the genetics and to, you know, learn what I'm doing. And so, you know, if you do that, you'll grow really kick-ass cannabis too.
Yeah.
You know? I'm not up here on a pedestal.
Huh.
I just put in the work, man. That's it. Just like he's put in the work. I'll tell you what, you talk about a guy with a palate, this motherfucker right here, you know, he can smell every little different. And he's smelling some shit going, and then I don't even know what he's talking about. He's
Right.
and he's on the money. He's on the point with it. So he's got a hell of a palate, man. Better than mine, I can tell you that.
I don't know about that, but
well,
I do try.
You do good, bro. So Zach does good too, you know. And it takes time to develop that, though.
Yeah.
Just like, you know, being a wine concierge. And they got that Gangier group. I was going to do it, but I decided not to. We went to Hawaii instead. We spent the money and went to Hawaii. Anyway, so it was probably a lot funner. Probably give me a lot more joy in life.
Oh yeah, especially after the pictures you sent back. Oh yeah, it was beautiful out
Hawaii
there.
was amazing. So yeah, anyway, so yeah, get out. My point is, I'm going down that rabbit hole, but my point is get involved with this stuff. If you have that kind of palate and you want to put it to the test, or you want to use it in a way that's going to bless the community and make a difference, get hooked up with, when you see these guys asking for judges, and when you get involved, jump in there and say, hey, I'd like to give it a shot. I'd like to judge. And you know, judging these small events like this builds your resume for when High Times comes knocking for judges. You can go, hey, I've done all these smaller events. I'd love to be okay, cool. Or the Cowboy Cup, or one of those other events, you know. Me personally, and man, I really try not to, but I'm not real big on jumping on board with all these people that are coming in from out of state with these money, throwing these big events,
Right.
You know, or these big
Right, man. Fuck
competitions,
that.
and they got corporate cannabis in there, and they
Go
got
home.
all, you
Go
know,
home.
yeah, just going back home,
Fuck
man.
out of here.
And turn
Leave
into parking
Missouri
lot.
to Missouri. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Leave Missouri to Missouri.
Oh, yeah.
We don't need the outsiders
We
going
got
out. I
this.
got sucked into one of those competitions last year, and man, right up to the point to where it was almost time to get my judge's kit. I'm just like, man, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't do it. They're uber fucking commercial corporate cannabis, and they're in bed with some snakes, and I just can't do it. So I backed out, and I'm gonna hold to that, man. So
What's
leave
up,
Missouri
Jeff?
to Missouri. That's what we want. We've got our own cannabis culture here, bro, and I'll tell you what, we grow some weed here, man.
Yeah.
I have been all over this country. I've been in other parts of the world, and Missouri has the best weed I have ever smoked. I don't care. Say what you want.
Hey,
California, I'm not dogging you, man. For years, everyone was all about California weed. I went to Hawaii. I was expecting to get some really good weed. I'll say this. I ended up having to get weed from the dispensary in Hawaii. And it made me even that much more ashamed of Missouri's commercial businesses, because the weed you get at a dispensary here didn't even hold a candle to what I got in Hawaii.
Really?
I got some sticky, icky, gooey OG Kush and wedding cake.
Oh, I
And
bet their
I mean,
environment
I
out
put
there.
pictures, dude, and that shit was sticking to my hands. And
The environment out there for growing, I could only imagine would be amazing.
I
With the
don't know.
exception of the humidity.
all I know
You'd be fighting
is
humidity.
they grew really good weed in Hawaii, and it was commercial weed, and it would have stacked up against a lot of the craft cannabis here.
Right.
But Missouri is farmers, okay?
Yeah.
We all come from a long line of farmers.
Yes.
And I mean, I sit here in Kansas City right now. Okay, I sat on the east side of town, and when I step outside and I drive outside of the city, and I look around at all the fields that are growing corn and wheat and soybean and all that, all those used to be hemp fields. okay? And there's a lot of weed grown in this
Oh,
state,
yeah.
okay? And we're farmers, man. We know how to grow shit. So yeah. Anyway, and I would agree, Joel. After I think that the islands, because they don't have the bugs and they don't have, all that, they can grow really, really nice weed. But Oregon, yeah, Albert, I'm not impressed with Oregon. Not impressed with Washington weed. I've smoked some a lot. And West Coast, they do pretty good. But I mean, look, man. Okay, we struggle outside here. We struggle outside because of our weather. We have short growing seasons. Again, like I said, we had all this hemp all around here in Missouri, back in the 1800s and the 1600s and the 1700s. Hemp was a huge crop, just like tobacco. So there's wild hemp growing in little remnants all over the state. So pollination is a problem. If you're going to grow outside, you need to grow in hoop houses, and at least. So a hoop house or greenhouse will end all your troubles. But indoor, I personally still have never been convinced. So please, somebody convince me out there, if you want to try, that you can grow better weed outside than you can inside. Inside, you can completely control your environment.
Right. There's
You
no
can
variables.
completely pamper your plants, your plants, and you can take the time that you need.
Yeah. You get rid of a lot of the variables.
So, I think indoors is higher quality cannabis.
I could agree with that. As an outdoor grower, I could agree that indoor is probably definitely higher quality.
But you grow indoor too.
I grow indoor too. I veg indoor. Rachel Ann, she's the bloomer on that side indoors. I do mostly outdoors.
She wears bloomers.
In
In the garden?
I hope so. Don't be outside naked there.
That is a big debate, Joel.
But
indoor or outdoor?
I love this. I love the taste of the sun. It seems, I don't know. It's the long game.
Fresh grown outdoors,
Right.
kiss marijuana.
And it's the long game. You know what I mean? Indoors, we're
Unless you
tossing
use a
them out.
blackout curtain.
Outdoors, it's all summer, man. There, you get to the end, you get your harvest. You get to really enjoy what you harvest. You know.
So Teresa's plant seeded outside twice here in Missouri. Yeah, see that, and that's a big problem. If you don't have the money to build the hoop houses and ventilate them properly with filters and stuff, you're going to get some pollination probably. But I'm telling you, so yield-wise, yes. Yield-wise, outdoors is going to blow indoors away every time. Quality-wise, I just don't think you get as good a bud. Unless you're doing something really, really special, and I have yet to taste outdoors that compares to the average indoor that I've tasted. And I've tasted a lot of people's indoor. And I know this, every time I go somewhere, I end up with this right here. Hey, man, I wanted to give you this. Hey, man, I wanted you to try so I end up with a stack of little baggies and jars full of weed.
Yeah.
And I feel like if somebody was going to bring me that and say, hey, would you please just try what I grow?
You know that's going to happen later on this week.
Then I'm gonna grow that. I'm gonna smoke that weed, and I'm gonna try it, and I'm gonna shoot them a message, and I'm gonna say, hey, your weed rocks or your weed sucks, man, and here's why, and let me try to help you get it better if it sucks.
Right.
And I have tasted, and I have had the pleasure of smoking some really, really, really well-grown cannabis from people here in Missouri that have a little closet in their house, and that's where the best weed comes from. The guy with the little 4x4 tent, okay?
Joel says 5x5 tent. He just harvested 2 pounds.
Yeah, and that's a good harvest out of a 5x5 tent. Me indoors, I grow very big plants, and I think if I can't harvest, 8 ounces of plant, then I need to go back to school, But that I've been doing a long time. So, man, dude, where does the time go, bro?
Wow.
Okay, so you know what? If y'all want to stick around, we're gonna do a crash course on THCA. I got talking, see what happens. I just
Right.
talk. So THCA. Let's talk about THCA. Why the big buzz? Everybody's hitting me up going, "Hey man, what's this THCA stuff? And is it real?"
My biggest thing is THCA. It's protected.
Well, they're using it for marketing, is what
Yeah,
they're doing.
it's-
Okay,
it's-
the
it's
term
a-
THCA. And, you know, a real quick, so what you're seeing is you're seeing a lot of little pop-up places, a lot of little smoke shops that have THCA bud, okay? And the question is THCA as good as Delta 9 THC? And what is the difference? What is what's the lowdown on THCA? Because you know I've noticed a lot of people around here are selling THCA. They're advertising heavy edibles, drinks, things like that. Okay. Here's the thing: if you THCA is absolutely, in my understanding, not going to give you psychoactive effects in that form. Okay, THCA will not give you the psychoactive effects of Delta 9 cannabis, THC, Delta 9 THC. It won't. It's not the same in that form, okay? Now, there's a lot of people out there selling THCA vape carts. I don't know how they would get by with selling THC edibles if the edibles fuck you up.
Right.
Okay. But everybody, you know, there's a big buzz about the COAs, and I went back through my COAs for Fritterman, White Truffle, Carl's Cake. Every one of my COAs, I had 1.3, 1.7, whatever percent Delta 9, and then the rest was all THCA. So let's just blow the elephant in the room. THCA is the exact fucking thing that you're smoking when you smoke this joint right here. Because when THCA in its natural form is not Delta 9 and won't get you high, as soon as it's decarboxylated, as soon as it goes through the process of decarboxylation, the THCA converts into Delta 9 THC.
So what would this joint be?
Well, what did the weed test out? That joint, what is it?
I mean, it ain't been lit
What's
yet.
the name
It ain't
of
been I don't know, just your random Joe.
Okay.
Let's say.
So what I got right here, this Gorilla Glue number 4 is going to be probably an overall 22% THC.
Let's say that's what this is.
22% THC. More than likely, it's going to test out at 0.8 or 1.3, 1.5% Delta 9. Okay? And the rest will all be THCA. Okay? Or CBD or whatever. When you light that joint and smoke it, all that THCA, when heat hits it, is converted to Delta 9. That's it. Every weed you smoke is primarily THCA.
It's more or less it burns the A off of THCA.
Right.
And
now-
burns it off, eh?
Where you get the Delta 9 THC in regular bud like this, why do you even have the Delta 9 already if you have to decarboxylate it? Because it's actually the degradation of the THC. It goes through that changing process. So you're like, we all know that amber crystals or amber trichomes are leaning more toward the CBN. Okay, that's why you get the heavy couch lock. Because the THC has degraded to the point where it's actually turned into CBN, which I can't remember the long name for that. Look it up if you want. Otherwise, so anything that's THCA, as it begins its degradation process, will eventually go through the process where it is converted to Delta 9. If it continues that degradation process, it's going to get converted to CBN. Okay? Now, more than likely, most of the people that are getting their bud tested for THCA, high THCA, and the point is 0.3% Delta 9 is, you want to be under 0.3% Delta 9 for it to be legally covered under the hemp bill.
Yes.
And that's what they're shooting for. So what they're doing is they're harvesting their crops way early, before any degradation, because where you get most of your THC, your Delta 9 THC from, is the drying and curing. Okay,
Right.
so and it's through that maturing process of the cannabinoids. So what they're doing is, in my, what I see and what I've gathered in my questioning and my studies and research, is that what they're doing is harvesting the flower. There's a window when you harvest your flower. You've got about a 2 to 3 week window where you're going to be right in there. If you harvest just before or just into that first opening of the window, you have a real good chance that your bud is not going to test high in Delta 9.
Right.
Okay, until you start drying it. That's why, because you can dry that and most of your cannabinoids are going to be immature. But that's where you're going to get that's why my weed knocks you on your ass and THCA don't, because
Right.
they're cutting the weed prematurely. It's the same flower. It's exactly the same flower. I could grow mine and get THCA and get a COA that says THCA if I were to manipulate the plant early enough and harvest it so that the numbers are low, so it gets a clean THCA.
So could that be why I've seen a couple
clean
comments
COA.
on there? I've seen a couple comments on there where they said it's a little bit different of a high. Could that be why?
Yes, that's why, because you're smoking immature cannabinoids.
Okay.
So you're probably going to get more of a racy, uppity high, something that doesn't last too long. Is that what you guys are getting that are talking about it, that have experience with buying weed from a smoke shop? Look, if you're buying weed from a smoke shop, come on, man.
Right.
Come on. Find you a local farmer out there that could use that money and buy from them. These guys are
Absolutely.
hauling in pounds and pounds and pounds of weed from the coast.
Right.
And,
They don't give a shit about you.
marking
they
it,
might. I don't know.
marking it up 300% and selling it to you guys. And
Right.
it's subpar grown cannabis. When all you got to do is find a caregiver or, find a neighbor, work something out with it that grows, whatever. There's all kinds of ways. Look, the traditional market is still strong. I'll just say
Oh
that.
yeah, very much so.
The traditional market is still strong. The legacy market, as Patrick King would put it, the legacy market
I like
is
that.
still strong,
I like that.
okay? So, from what I hear, I'll say that. From what I hear, the legacy market is still strong. So, find yourself somebody in the legacy market and get some good grown, well-grown flower.
Yeah.
Make sure they grow it, though. Make sure they grow it. They're your caregiver. It's all legal, yada, yada. We don't promote any illegal activities on this show. But THCA is the exact same thing as everything I grow. Everything, it's cannabis. It's THC. As soon as you heat it and decarboxylate it, it's going to turn to Delta 9 THC, and it's what we love. It's what we enjoy. It's going to get you high. It's going to knock you out. It's going to kill your pain. It's going to do all the stuff that we love about this plant. So, in a nutshell, that's your difference. Nothing. The age of the plant when it's tested. That's your difference. That's
Right.
it. Now, there are some varieties that are very low in Delta 9 naturally. Now, of course, hemp is. Most hemp is all very low in Delta 9, 0.010% or whatever. There are also a lot of autoflowers. I'll say this, autoflowers are generally lower in the Delta 9, okay? The ruderalis, it's a different type of
They
plant.
just don't get that time.
Right. They don't get the time. And besides that, it's a different kind of plant.
Nothing like homegrown.
Huh?
Nutshell.
Oh, nutshell.
You remember that?
No, I don't. I know it was
a
trigger.
giveaway we
It
did
was-
when-
okay, it was a giveaway.
That was like year one.
Right on. We'll have to do that again. We'll have to have some keywords. That's a great way for our YouTube people to
Yeah.
win. So yeah, that's it. There's no mystery behind it anymore. If you're getting THCA, you're just getting regular weed. Okay, so I was talking about there are some varieties. Most of those varieties, from my understanding, are going to test out in the 14 to 17% THC. They're not going to be basically up there with what we grow as far
Right.
as potency. You're not going to be getting your 28, 30% THC varieties that have low Delta 9. You know, they're not going to test out that way. Where you've got 30% THCA and 0.030 or 0.3% Delta 9, because, you know, they're grown to maturity. They're very high THC, you know, so yeah, that's what I'm finding is that if they're lower in THC altogether, they're going to be able to get that low Delta 9. And if they're cut prematurely, not at their peak harvest time, they're going to be, you can possibly get them to test. And that harvest time starts here and goes up 2 weeks, and it's at its peak usually. So if you figure that out, when it's at its peak, you can count back 2 weeks and say, okay, we could cut this plant here, but then it starts to degrade and go the other way, back this way. This way, if it's young and it's at the peak or at the beginning of harvest time, you're going to get a racy heart, you're going to get anxiety, maybe a little paranoia. On the other side of the hill, you're going to want to fall asleep, just get on the couch,
opposite. Yeah.
eat, you know, things like that. So it's the opposite effect.
Right.
That's how you can tell if weed's premature or just overdone. If you get that where you smoke it and you just grow a root, you know, and you get Gumby and you're locked into the couch, then you're there. And that's going to be something that was grown beyond its peak in maturity, but still better than what's grown not beyond its peak.
Right.
I'd rather close out in the last 2 weeks of the window than the first 2 weeks of the window. So fully grown and THCA down here, they have me mixing it in and out. Well, you know, you're not.
He's down in Florida, so.
Yeah, the thing is, it's Gerard, right? You're not the bud. You're not going to be really able to tell the difference. I mean, because if it grows 8 weeks, it's going to look just like if I grew mine to 10 or 12. It's going to be fully structured bud. Put it under a microscope, see how high what the trichomes look like. Do they look like they're mature, or do they look like they're clear and, you know, nice ball, thick stalk, all that stuff?
Right.
That's
You
too
know,
early.
check it out, see what it looks like under a microscope. Then you'd probably be able to know more. But I mean, they're getting away with it. They're getting COAs on it. They're selling it. But I'm going to say that at some point, the DHSS is going to close that loophole. You know, so just keep your eyes on the laws. If you are selling THCA and you've got COAs and that's what you're doing, just keep your eyes on the loopholes.
That's key.
You
right
know,
there.
Chad, I mean, honestly, I mean, you can have really good smell with
I think that's
premature bud. It's going to be the strain, yeah.
yeah, it depends on the
Yeah,
strain.
the strain specific. But, I mean, honestly, you know, your terpenes are pretty much usually fully developed by the 8th and 9th week. Now, if you're cutting before that, why? Just why? Why even bother?
Right.
But yeah, I think that's going to be still strain dependent, and I do think it's probably not going to have as prominent of a terpene percentage as if you fully mature your buds. So yeah, but it's still going to have a good smell if you. And I'm just, you know, I'm saying this is what I perceive from what I've read and the people I've talked to. I perceive that's how they're getting the low Delta 9. Hey, Steve, what's up, homie? The low Delta 9 is because they're chopping the bud early. You know, Christine kind of touched on it here before. she said they're testing the plants like, I think she was talking about like as a seedling or as a small vegging plant, but no, they're testing the bud. It's got to be the bud that's tested.
Right.
So, you know, but yeah, anyway, that's THCA in a nutshell. Okay, I don't want you to be scared of THCA stuff. Okay, as much as it pains me to think that there are people out there and they're, you know, I don't mind using the loopholes to be legal. I can't diss it, man. You know, I mean, we're the legacy market and we have to be able to learn how to maneuver this new landscape and not end our asses up in jail, you know?
Right.
If there's a loophole that we can get through right now, hey man, jump through that motherfucker. And THCA is one of those loopholes. It's no different. There is no difference. Delta 8 THC is the one that I'm going to say stay the fuck away from. Okay, any of those, anytime where they've gone in and they fucked with something chemically to change the molecular structure to make it get you high, I'm not a fan of. So Delta 8, I wouldn't fuck with Delta 8 if you paid me, okay? I've actually had people give me edibles that were made with Delta 8. I ate one time. I didn't like it. I got a headache. I got sick.
Yeah, it
Threw the
gives
rest
you like
of it in the trash. Huh?
I call it, it gives you the feeling like the hunger headaches.
Yeah.
Where you hadn't ate forever and then
Yeah.
your body's just
Right.
not good.
Albert,
I didn't
So,
like it.
so Delta 8 sucks.
Right.
Yeah.
Albert brought up a good point. You know, you said Delta or THCA you can trust and stuff, but Albert brings up a good point there. You can trust it, but still know, just like anything else, know the source.
Yeah.
Know
your source.
you're getting a good product.
That's a good one.
And-
Know your source.
Yeah. Know your source. That goes right along with trust the process.
Yep.
Know your source and trust the process. And it's true. Know where your weed comes from if you can. That way you know it's coming, from a good source. And just because somebody's a home grower, man, I mean, do not feel. Look, where's that scope you got?
Right here.
Dude, you can get one of these for like, how much was this on Amazon? $30?
I think I got that $40 at one of the grow shops.
Okay, so you can get these, and it's a cool little lighted microscope.
It hooks right up to my
It
phone.
comes on, yeah. It hooks
So I
up
can
to
see it
your
on my phone.
And this is a 100 times zoom, I think.
Yep.
And
It's got a light on it.
I'm trying to turn
You
it
gotta
on.
hold it.
Hold
Oh,
it
okay,
back.
yeah, fuck it. But
Uh,
don't be afraid to get one of these.
Right.
And you can either, they have them for $14, not like this, but it's still called a 420 scope. For like $14 on Amazon, you can get it. Don't be afraid if you're going over to talk to a caregiver.
That's what these are.
Yeah.
Little
Well,
handout.
no,
Oh, you're not
Yeah,
talking these kind
that's not enough.
Right.
Well, that's like a 10.
10 times. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
you can look
cute.
at the
That
camera.
it looks cool,
10 to
but
20.
you're not.
25 times. No, you need 60 to 100 times zoom.
Yeah, this is
Okay,
facts.
then you can see mold spores,
Mold.
bug poop. You can see bug poop and stuff with
Yeah.
that, but you're not really going to get a good idea of
No.
mold spores and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, you're not.
And I'm going to throw this out there. Jay did find some mold on one of the samples here,
I
or
did.
maybe two. I don't know, but I haven't gotten to them yet. So there are some mold on these samples. So don't be afraid to get yourself a scope and take your health into your own hands and slam that motherfucker on that bud, look over and see
Look,
if you can't find any mold.
Especially if you're medicinal.
Yes.
If you're medicinal, mold. Yeah, you can't
Not
cure
reverse.
nothing with mold in your body.
Well,
Like,
and
that
here's the
doesn't
thing,
make sense.
okay? Look, nobody's perfect.
Right.
Nobody has a clean
Right.
slate
Oh.
when it comes to it, especially if you're growing organic. Nobody's perfect.
I've had mold.
You know,
happen
we
before.
all deal with pitfalls of growing. So if for nothing else, to bring it to their attention, hey, you got moldy bud here, but hopefully you won't find any. And just don't be afraid to take a scope over to your grower's house.
That's what we
and-
should do. A segment soon on like
What to look
what
for,
mold
yeah.
could taste like and what to look
Yeah.
for and
Yeah. Because I mean, if you smell something and it smells like mold,
Probably got mold.
probably got mold.
Yeah.
I mean, I had an incident not too long ago where I got some stuff gifted to me from a friend, And you know, I smelled it, and it smelled like a musty basement. I'm like, wow, that's an interesting terpene, you know. And so then I smoked a joint. It was pretty harsh, you know, kind of made me cough quite a bit. But you know, some weed does that, right? Some weed does that. And then Brenda got home, and her and I sat down to smoke a joint. She's like, "Why does this taste like mold?" And I'm like, "You know what?" And so then I saw him the next morning. I gave him a bud, said, "Roll one of these up." He rolled it up, and he's like, "Yeah, yeah." And he smelled the bag, and he's like, "Yeah, it does. It smells like a." So now, again, I'm not trying to fucking be like, "Hey,
He had me
motherfucker,
smoke it
your
first.
shit." Yeah, I had.
He's like, "Here, dude, smoke this."
Yeah.
What's that taste
Yeah,
like?
he started hacking his fucking lungs up over in the sink, puking, fucking hacking, because it hit him hard. And I'm like, so that ain't normal, man. I said, so now I got to talk to this cat. So I did, and I didn't come at him and say, "You suck, man," because no.
It happens.
Look, bro, we all have fallen short.
And you grow long enough, there's not a problem that you're not going to fight.
We all
At some point
we
in
all
time.
have fallen short of the expectations that we hold ourselves to. And so I figured the dude would want to know. And so I talked to the dude and said, "Hey, dude, this is it." Okay, dude said, "Oh, okay, thank you." And you know what this cat did? He went home, he chopped every fucking plant in his grow. He chopped a bunch of clones, gave them to me to keep for him for when he fires back up for veg plants. And then he chopped his whole fucking grow, and he's demolding his entire house. Okay? Because of this. That's what I want to see when somebody gets it brought to their attention. I want them to say, "Brakes on, I'm done. Not taking nothing else until I get this taken care of." Then you know that person's got integrity, okay? And that's what I'm talking about. You're not trying to slam somebody. You're just trying to show them, "Hey, man, you got a little mold on your shit. What are you going to do?"
Right.
They do the right thing, man, and they get straightened out. And it hurts when we have to do that. But I've had to chop. I mean, I think last year, oh my God, as wet as it was and the humidity that was dealing us a fit, I had to chop 3 grows because of powdery mildew. Three powdery mildew grows. So, yeah. Anyway, just make sure that you know what you're smoking. You know the source. If you're buying from a dispensary, more than likely you're smoking mold somewhere. But yes, mold does make you cough. It makes your lungs hurt, and it'll make them hurt for a while. You know, so
Right.
Another good one, too.
what?
Well, they're just pushing it into wax.
Joel? Oh yeah. Well,
Hope
you know
not.
that's true. Okay.
That would be horrible.
Here's the thing, though, Jacob. The one thing about it is you know, and I'll say this, not that I do it, but I'll say this in the defense of those guys. If they are making rosin and they're doing an ice water bath, and they are most of the mold spores will get washed out during the ice water bath.
That
And
makes
then
sense.
after that, the ones that didn't get washed out won't go through a 25 because mold is like mold is about 42 to 45 micron. Most mold spores fall into that. So mold won't go through a 25 micron bag when it's pressed, and mold doesn't liquefy. Mold spores don't liquefy when you press them. So if somebody's taking
That's good
moldy
information.
bud and washing it into hash and then pressing that hash through a 25 micron bag at low temperatures, you're probably going to be okay. You're probably going to get I'd still probably want to have it tested, but you're
Right.
probably going to be okay. It's not a chance that I want to take, but and you know, again, is it show a lack of integrity? Does it show a lack of integrity to do that? You know what? I mean, technically, there shouldn't be any mold in it after you press it through a 25 micron
It
bag.
doesn't even let color through. Like,
Right? So, you know, technically, you should be okay.
It's better to be safe than sorry.
I'm just going to say I'll leave the moral ramifications and expectations up to you. You do what you find morally okay for yourself.
We're not going to do that.
I don't particularly want to put moldy bud out there at all. In rosin, in flour, anything. I don't want to use moldy bud.
Thank you, Teresa.
What?
Happy 4-year AOD.
Oh, hey,
AOD.
yeah.
We just,
yesterday, wasn't it?
I think it was like 2 or 3 days ago.
2 days ago.
Man,
was our
congratulations,
first
you
4-year
two.
episode.
Yep.
You know, and we
In the
just can't
garage.
get away from this shit, dude.
Nope. Dude, I was just talking about
It's
it.
part of us now,
too.
man.
I was talking about it with a friend at work, and I was like,
4 years.
I was telling him, I was like, 4 years ago, we were on a cell phone in a garage with a sheet up on the garage door.
Oh yeah,
A
I remember
tapestry.
Yeah,
watching the guy play the guitar.
Yep, and the grow tent.
Yeah.
So,
You ready to do the Wheel of Dank, man?
yep, let's do the wheel of dank.
All right, guys, we'll get to it. We're going to give some shit away. You know what? Really quick, tag some people. Well, who knows? If they're not here, they're not going to win. And they're already on the wheel or they're not. So Zach's got to leave. See how he just lets his shit go, man? You don't even care, man. Are you coming back out here? Oh, you're going to do it in there. So we're going to do the Wheel of Dank. All right. Did you get your name on the... We try to get everybody on the wheel. If we missed you this week, I'm sorry. Let us know. We'll get you on the next one. Cutoff is 11:45.
And this one's not for the YouTube. We'll talk about that one here in a minute.
Yeah, let's do it. All right. Who's it going to be? Okay, so this first spin is for the Sugar High package. And then your choice. Who is it? Tim McCombs. Hey, Tim, are you here? Tim McCombs.
That's one of my buddies from Excelsior.
You know Tim?
I do know Tim.
Write him down. Make sure he gets his prize. So, Tim McCombs, you win the Sugar High package. And you win your choice of clone.
There he is.
There he is. Hey, Tim, what do you want, brother? Do you want a clone? Do you want a 1/4 ounce of high-quality craft-grown cannabis? Or a gram of, what was I going to give away? Frozen bag. Frozen bag, a gram of frozen
nice.
bag rosin.
That's a good one.
Which one, what do you prefer? It's your choice. Will you tell us whenever you get this message? Yeah, we'll give you that, whichever one it is. All right, so we're gonna throw another one up there. This next winner gets their choice between Tropicana Cherry Clone, 1/4 ounce of high quality craft grown cannabis of my choice, or a gram of frozen bag. So let's spin it. Jarvis. Todd Grampy Jarvis. All right, brother. I think I know what he's going to want. What was I going to say? I was just going to say something. Oh, you know what? That's what I was going to say. Everybody on here, tag Sugar High and say thank you for sponsoring this week's. Tag in the comments. Tag Sugar, everybody. Tag Sugar High. Tell them thank you for sponsoring this week's giveaway and the awesome prizes. So, and everybody else should sponsor a giveaway at some point. Okay, so Todd Grampy Jarvis, are you here, brother? He is not, but I know him, so I'm sure he had to dash out.
He's down, sir.
Huh?
He's down, sir.
So, all right, let's go ahead and next one. Same choice. Flour, rosin, or clone. I'll even throw in Captain Redbeard seeds if you want. Greg Meyer. Greg Meyer. Hey, see you later, Steve. I appreciate you, brother. I'll be in touch with you this next week. Hope your shoulder gets better. Smoke a fatty for your daddy. Who won? Greg Meyer. Are you here, Greg? Are you here, Greg? So, all right. So, let's do 2 more as backup wins. If those 2 don't, and if you don't, yeah, so do another one. This is choose your prize. Terry Brown, are you here, Terry? If you know Terry, tag him. If you know these guys, when their name comes up, tag them. Get them here. We're going to do 1 more for the choose your prize, and then we'll throw some other shit out. Go ahead. Gary Charlotte, are you here? Are you here, Gary? Okay, so Gary's got to come at us and let us know. So we picked 5. 2 of them are backups. Those last 2 are backups. We'll see if we hear from them. All right, so, and everybody's also going to get some Sugar High stuff in their giveaway. Some of these little packets. So if you win today, no matter what you win, you're going to get a Sugar High packet.
Nice.
So next, I think I've got 5 or 6 pre-rolls to give away. Which one was it?
Nice. Okay.
We give away 5 pre-rolls, and I don't know what they are yet,
They're good.
but they're good.
They're all good.
So, Robin Box. Did Robin Box win one? Said, hi, buddy.
I don't think so. Oh, hi. I think she's saying hi to you.
Oh, hi, Robin.
How are you, Robin?
All right, so next, we're going to do pre-rolls. And if you win a pre-roll, you're going to get a thing of Sugar High Sugar, too. So, Barb Narney. What's up, Barb? Barb Nerney. I always call her Narney. Barb Nerney wins a pre-roll. What's funny is, you know, we know most of these people. Not personally, but they've been following us for a long time. Tanya Nicole Robinson. Are you here, Tanya? You want a pre-roll? An AOD pre-roll. Next one. Oh, look.
Nice.
Okay, nobody won anything on that one. Nobody won a pre-roll on that roll. That joke never gets old. Okay, nobody. He's going to be tickled shitless that he won. Go. Didn't he win last week?
Nobody did win.
Joe Rose. See nobody, we got you, homie. Joe Rose. I wish that was Joe Rogan. How cool would that be? Get Joe Rogan on the Wheel of Dank.
Try.
One more. It's the last pre-roll we're giving away. Oh,
No,
Jeremy. What's up, Jeremy? I know he's there. Jeremy got him a pre-roll. That dude loves AOD weed, man. That's for sure. He must be manifesting that shit.
I think so.
Jeremy's awesome. Love that guy, man.
What's
So,
up, Jeremy?
We're going to give away the Captain Red Beer seeds on the page, or in the group, actually.
That works.
So we're going to be giving, so if you haven't joined our group, go to our page. Isn't there a link to our group on our page?
If not, just search Artisans of Dank group,
Yeah.
and it'll come
It's
up.
just Artisans of Dank AOD.
And Tanya, real quick, how you claim your prize? Make sure to message this page
Yes.
you're watching this on.
And we're going to also post an announcement post of this either this afternoon or tomorrow. No one else will be tomorrow. But we will announce the winners on our page. So just be watching that. And in the group, we'll announce all the winners. So if you're not a member of our group, go join our group. Okay? And if you're out here right now and you're just saying, man, I would love to try some of that AOD dab or try one of those AOD pre-rolls or whatever. You know what? You know where we're going to be New Year's Eve. You know where we're going to be on Christmas. On the 7th, is it?
Yeah.
Is it the 7th?
I think so.
Okay, so you know where we're going to be at Sugar High's Christmas party. You know where we're going to be at the New Year's Eve. So come ring in New Year's Eve with us if we can all make it till midnight.
Right.
How many stoners you know that are still up at midnight?
I don't know, dude. I go to bed at like 8.
I want to find, if you guys have anybody has the down low on some infused champagne, let me know.
Oh,
That might be intriguing.
Yeah, even if it's just sparkling water, like flavored sparkling waters. I really don't want the alcohol, to be honest with you. I don't like putting trash into my body.
Yeah. Want to hand that over to Jeremy?
Yes, sir.
I was
There you
wondering
go,
where
sir.
that went.
Oh, we were gonna
I was holding on to it
we
for
were gonna
you.
put that picture up. Well, we'll post that next week because we're gonna be talking about this
yeah,
next
that
week.
one, that one.
We'll talk about this next week again. We're gonna show you guys all some pictures of what we found. So, but you know what, everybody? Thank you guys so much for coming out and hanging with us. Hopefully, we cleared up some mystery about THCA. It's the same shit.
Yep.
It's THC. It converts to Delta 9 when it goes through the decarboxylation process. So right now, about this much of this joint right here has already been decarboxylated. So any THCA that was in this joint here is already being converted to Delta 9 THC as I smoke this joint. If that tells you
That's a
what
good
THC
point.
9 is. Yeah.
Don't keep your roaches. There's no reason to unless you have to. I mean, if you have to, you have to.
Dude, there ain't nothing that knocks you on your ass like a fucking roach.
I do. I don't do
We're
roach
live.
joints,
We're
but I
live.
do roach.
So real quick, while we're still on and everything, Jeremy, you want
Roast
to talk
blunt,
about
yeah.
the hat?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
Giveaway. YouTube giveaway.
we was originally gonna do a giveaway today for the YouTube, but we were like, okay, so we only posted it on Facebook, and so all you people on YouTube wouldn't be hearing it in live. So okay, so there's this hat you guys know about. This is gonna be a YouTube giveaway. Go back on last week's video, like, subscribe to the channel, comment, and next Tuesday you can get this hat
And if you
You
haven't
can give away
subscribed,
next Tuesday.
and this bubble gum.
okay. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure to look us up on just search the Artisans of Dank, and we'll pop up. So make sure you subscribe and like the channel.
Yep. And you know, we try to keep it to an hour, but it just doesn't work that way.
No, I
You
mean
dabbing out, I'm just gonna.
you're already consuming. I don't have. I'm just figured I'd dab out on this one.
Yep, I'm just gonna blow the rest of this roly poly here. Doesn't count. It's not a dozer really. So.
Roly poly.
But you know what, everybody? It looks like it's going to be a beautiful week. They are calling for thunderstorms here in maybe Thursday, so there's your weather
84 today, 72 tomorrow, 84 Thursday
with thunderstorms.
with
possible.
thunderstorms. Yeah, we're in the roller coaster.
Yeah, we are in the roller coaster. So enjoy these beautiful mornings. Get out there and get some work done. Peace out, everybody. Stay lifted.
Later.
We on that next level. Turn it up a notch. Way I smoke, I need another crop. Yeah, I'm on that next level. We got that global dope, the type of resin make you overload. Yeah, I got that next level. They try to imitate, they can't keep up. I'm about to elevate. Yeah, we on that next level. I'm in a different lane. I'm always smoking and spitting flame. Yeah, I got that next level. No, you cannot fade my style. Way I'm going way up north, smell that dank for miles. Check my resume, that grade A pushing for a while. Boots laced by them crest side crocodiles.